Right now I'm about to talk to you guys about the maintenance on the Shelby GT350 and the price it costs to own one. So I'm approaching that 1 year mark with my Shelby GT350. There's not much I've had to maintain and pay for. First thing is, you're going to want to do frequent oil changes every 6 months. This car has a racing Voodoo motor, so that's why it requires it, and the car runs so much smoother when you do an oil change, because once you do push it past that 6 months without an oil change, the car does not run nearly as smooth. So each oil change is going to run you around 120 bucks in oil for a full case of oil. I run AMSOIL, so it's slightly more expensive than the Ford's Motorcraft oil. The oil filter will run you around 20 bucks. Then I end up consuming around 6 quarts per every 6 months with the amount I drive the car through the oil consumption. So that puts you at 3 quarts you're using per year, which is around 400 bucks plus the filter. So that's the number one expenditure that I have had with the car so far. And then the number two one is every year you're going to want to change your air filter. So right under the hood, this is the air filter right over here. This is the Ford Performance high flow air filter that still keeps your warranty, so it's sold by Ford through Ford Performance. So this air filter over here, it ran me $80 after shipping and taxes. So that you're gonna have to change every year, which is recommended by Ford. And then aside from that, I have not had to change anything with my GT350 so far. So if you are looking at a higher mileage one that has not had a brake pad change, that's another expenditure, and that will cost quite a bit. But so far, regularly maintaining it aside from the brakes, all you're gonna need is that oil, which is gonna be your main cost expense, and then your air filter. So brake pad change costs 160 bucks for the rear brake pads and 250 for the front brake pads. So that's roughly what they cost for the brake pads themselves. And then the rotors to get new ones all around the car cost $1,000. So this car has really big 6-piston Brembo brakes. As you can see over there, they are absolutely just massive. This car stops on a dime. I have friends who haven't changed their brakes and they've been driving 25,000 miles or 20, but that's getting towards the end of the life of the brake pads. So it is recommended to change those. But if you're looking at a higher mileage one, around 40,000 miles, you may potentially have to change your rotors, which is a pretty big expense. So I would look into that if you guys are buying one. And then in addition to that, also your tires that you could get new ones on. It's going to depend. If you're tracking your car, you're obviously going to need more tires. And just going into tracking with any vehicle, you need to go through tires. This car, for a full set of tires, since it runs 295s in the front and 305s in the back, it's going to run you around 1,500 bucks installed to get them new all on 4 corners. I've had the car for a year. I got it with 2,000 miles on it. I'm almost at 10,000 miles on the car and I still don't need new tires, and I have 1 track day on these current tires. So probably it's safe to say every 12,000 miles, 15,000 miles, dependent if you track your car or not, you're gonna need new tires with the Shelby GT350, which again costs 1,500 bucks. And then in addition to that, there's also your gas mileage, which some people are concerned about. But if you're looking for a sports car like this, the gas mileage is actually really good, I think. Driving it in a spirited manner, revving it all the way up to 8 grand. It's averaging around 12.5 miles to the gallon, which I think is really good. Oil, air filter, and then tires depending on how much you drive the car, how much you track the car. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I did expect it to have more things that I would have to pay for and be a more expensive car, but it seems like it's not that much of an expensive car now. I will see how it is once I am out of warranty and once I do need to change more things that I'm way higher miles. But for now, the car is good. Oil is going to be your main cost, which costs me around 400 bucks per year I'm spending on oil, and I do the oil changes all myself. And that's also given that I'm using like the best of the best oil, which is AMSOIL, which will run you from 140 to 120 for a case. And then there's also the Motorcraft Ford oil, which is significantly cheaper. I believe you can get it for 80 bucks for a whole entire case of the Motorcraft Ford oil, so it's a lot cheaper. So let me know if this video helped you guys out. Let me know if you guys have any additional questions down below in the comment section. I'll be super happy to answer all of them. Let me know if you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you guys drop a like and also subscribe to my YouTube channel because it'll help me out a lot. I'll see all you guys in the next video. Peace.